The war divided people's lives into before and after. Children are born regardless of political laws and regulations in the country. Couples who cannot be stopped on their journey to fulfill their dream of becoming parents. How has the surrogacy industry in Ukraine changed since the war began?
We have prohibited signing surrogacy agreements.
The challenges faced by surrogate mothers, doctors, and couples dreaming of having a child.
Everything was taken, left behind, abandoned, nothing left.
What measures did clinics take to avoid losing their potential clients?
If we hadn't resolved this issue, it would have been a catastrophe.
According to unofficial data, approximately 6,000 children are born to foreign parents via surrogate mothers in Ukraine each year. The legality of the procedure, affordable prices, and high-quality medical care attract patients from Europe, America, and Asia. But are foreign patients willing to travel to Ukraine, a country amid an active war, to fulfill their dream of having a child?
This is Yana, a surrogate mother at one of Kiev's clinics. She managed to escape from the occupied village of Yasin, where she had been happily living with her family before the war began. After moving to Kiev, Yana decided to carry a child for a foreign couple to provide financial support for her family.
Before the war, life was very good. We had a house, a car, and 3 children. But the war took everything away. Thankfully, everyone is alive and healthy, but everything we have built over the years is gone, abandoned. There is nothing left.
Today is a decisive day for Yana. She is undergoing an embryo transfer. If the procedure is successful, she will carry someone else's child for the next 9 months.
I'm nervous. Feels like a million butterflies in my stomach. I'm very nervous.
This is Anais and Stephen. They traveled to Kiev from New York. Their long-awaited baby is now in their arms, also born via a surrogate mother here in Kiev during martial law. The couple had spent many years trying to conceive, and surrogacy became their last chance to fulfill their dream of becoming parents.
We tried for many, many years. I think about 15 years, in fact.
Yeah, we tried to have a child by natural means, and then we tried different IVF techniques. And as you know, these things fail. And one of the things that we learned actually by being here with so many amazing couples from all over the world is how many women and
According to the World Health Organization, approximately 1 in 6 people worldwide suffers from infertility. However, not everyone has the legal opportunity to turn to surrogacy. In most European countries, this procedure is prohibited and strictly penalized by local law. As a result, people search for alternatives, and once they find them, they are willing to travel, even to a country amid war.
We visited the clinic in January, and then the war started in February. Of course, we were very worried. We didn't understand how everything would proceed. Were we scared? Yes, absolutely. Our genetic material was stored at the clinic, and we had no idea what was happening there. However, the clinic manager, who was handling our program, stayed in contact with us. After some time, we were reassured that everything was fine. Our biological material was safe, and the clinic had not stopped its operations. Of course, we were anxious about how we would get to Kiev and how everything would unfold. But once again, BioTexCom reassured us. They gave us contacts of couples who had been in the same situation as us and had already completed their program during the war. Speaking with them helped us overcome our anxiety.
With the onset of hostilities, client managers faced a challenging task: calming and informing all patients already enrolled in the program about the current situation.
We did everything we could to provide patients with as much information as possible about their surrogate mothers. Every couple was informed about where their surrogate mother was, whether she was in a safe place, in good condition, and whether her health and pregnancy were not at risk.
With the onset of the war in Ukraine, most surrogacy clinics were forced to shut down. However, some remained operational, where life and hope continued.
The clinic staff works 24 hours a day, always staying in touch. We have not stopped operations for even a single day.
Surprisingly enough, upon learning that some clinics were still operating, patients did not hesitate to act.
It turned out that the demand didn't stop. The number of inquiries we received skyrocketed. My only fear is that the issue of infertility is growing rapidly, and many clinics have shut down due to the war. After the war ends, we might be the only clinic operating at such a scale, and it will be very difficult for us to handle the demand from the entire world. I'm afraid that our patients will have to wait a very long time in line.
The management of this center had to tackle challenging tasks to ensure the operation of all necessary clinic systems during the war and to successfully carry out their programs. It's worth noting that last winter, Ukraine experienced a blackout, and currently, regular power outages occur throughout the country.
Currently, power outages occur very frequently. To ensure the stable operation of the medical center, we made a significant decision. Over the past 2 years, we installed 200 solar panels with a total capacity of 100 kilowatts, lithium iron phosphate batteries with a capacity of 190 kilowatts, 2 grid inverters, and 2 hybrid inverters. In case solar energy is insufficient, we also installed 2 powerful diesel generators to keep the clinic running during the most challenging times, particularly in the autumn-winter period. All the area you see behind me is covered with solar panels, which now almost fully power the clinic during the daytime. At night, we use electricity stored in the batteries, which lasts until sunrise.
The genetic material of clients, as well as donor eggs and embryos stored at the clinic 24/7, require specific conditions to ensure their preservation. This was one of the primary challenges that needed to be addressed to continue running the programs and achieving successful outcomes.
We have a cryo-storage facility that holds over 4,000 embryos, biological material from foreign patients. If we hadn't resolved this issue, it would have been a catastrophe. Today, sourcing liquid nitrogen is a challenge, but we managed to solve this problem.
As of today, the clinic is no longer dependent on liquid nitrogen suppliers and produces it independently.
The clinic is equipped with an autonomous power supply, allowing the embryology department to operate as it did before the war. We are fully provided with all necessary materials and resources. Regarding the biological materials stored in cryopreservation, there are no interruptions in the supply of liquid nitrogen, ensuring the embryology department continues to function at full capacity.
Nevertheless, there are still challenges beyond the control of any staff member at the center. Every time an air raid siren sounds in the city, surrogate mothers and donors present at the clinic are immediately escorted to a shelter.
In the clinic, when there's an alarm, what happens? We always go downstairs. As soon as the siren goes off, they escort us to the shelter. It's on the basement level and it's comfortable there. It's warm and there are places to sit, sofas, food, water, and warmth.
During an air raid alarm, the clinic also postpones embryo transfer procedures and egg retrievals until the alarm is over.
During an air raid alarm, when the siren goes off, the staff immediately responds and ensures that all clinic visitors are promptly relocated to a safe place. All appointments and procedures are immediately halted. The clinic staff assists all visitors in safely and timely descending to the well-equipped shelter. The clinic shelter is fully equipped to ensure visitors feel comfortable.
Surrogacy in Ukraine under martial law is not just a medical service. It is a story of hope and a fight for the future amidst uncertainty and fear. These children are a symbol of hope and faith in the future, not only for Ukraine, but for the entire world.